Everybody to please rise. We will begin with the prayer and then the playing of the national anthem. So please rise and remove your lids.
Our Heavenly Father, we come to you today grateful for the blessings that have gotten us to this point in today. Lord, we appreciate racing. We enjoy it so much, but it can be very dangerous. We ask for a hedge of protection against everyone under the sound of my voice, and that you would provide us safe measures as we return to our homes. And we enjoy the holiday season as the birth of our Savior. And all I say, amen.
Please remain standing. Thank you. Alrighty, folks are getting them fired up in the grid. We have the Slicks Medium going to be coming out first, starting 16th. Bryson Donahue. Starting 15th, Tanner Thomas. 14th will be Adam O'Neill. 13th, Trinity Moore. Starting 12th, Shane Myers. 11th, Eric Hewitt. Starting 10th, Lawson Bryant. Starting 9th is Kason Gurr. In that 8th spot, Michael Wallace. Starting 7th is Dawson Martin. 6th, Ty Ellis. Starting 5th, Brandon Paulette. 4th, Stephen Finch. Starting 3rd is David Moore. In that 2nd spot will be Blake Lester. And on the pole for the Slicks Medium, Trappe, Pennsylvania, in the 86 machine, Doug Sturley. Super heavy warm-up slicks. Let's go, guys. Get them in the grid. Super heavy warm-up slicks. I need you in the grid right now, guys. We've had plenty of a break. We need that super heavy warm-up slicks in the grid, folks, right now. Doug Sturley still shows the way with Blake Lester in that 2nd spot, giving way to that 3rd place in about a half a track. Coming up on some lap traffic. Corners guys are moving them up. Lester is right on the back door of Sturley in the 86 machine. Looking on the inside, doesn't have just enough. They're going into 3 and 4 now. Sturley still holds on to it. Doug, Sturley, and Lester coming up on the back of the field as they make their way down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Doug Sturley still holding on with 5 laps to go this time. 5 to go. Lester in a real good second spot. Moving the lap traffic up as your leader and second place going around. Super heavy slicks. Let's get them in the grid, guys. Super heavy slicks. Let's get them in the grid, folks. 2 laps to go to the 86 of Doug Sturley and Lester in that 34 machine. Super heavy slicks. Get them in the grid, folks. Super heavy slicks. We need you in the grid right now, guys. You're getting ready to come on the Speedway. We will start without you if you're not there. Let's get them over there, guys. 86 and 34 coming around 3 and 4. Checkered is out. 86 of Sturley takes the win. Blake Lester in that second spot. David Moore finishes third. Lawson Bryant 4th. Stephen Finch 5th. Junior 1 green slicks. Junior 1 green slicks. I need you in the grid. Rookie red slicks. You need to be at the back of the grid. Junior 1 green slicks to the front of the grid. Rookie red slicks to the back. Heavy warm-up slicks. Get them ready, guys. Junior 1 Green Slicks, I need you in that grid. Junior 1 Green Slicks, I need you in that grid. You're the next on the Speedway. Rookie Red Slicks, get him in the grid. Rookie Red Slicks in the grid. The 03 of Brian Spence still holding on to the lead. 009 of Justin Heinley in that second spot. Lopez in third. Tanner McClellan in that fourth spot. Got a good little battle between second, third, and fourth. Jason Lopez gaining a little bit on the Heinley. On the inside, down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Lopez takes that second spot, pushing Heinley back in the third. We still have the 68 of McClellan in that fourth spot, battling for third. Spence still holding on to that spot. 95 of Jason Lopez still sitting in a good second, now pulling away from the 009 of Heinley. 68 of McClellan in that fourth spot. White flag is in the air this time to the 03 of Brian Spence. Jason Lopez, Justin Heinley, and Tanner McClellan is your 4. Checkered flag flies to Brian Spence in that 03 machine. 95 of Jason Lopez, 009 of Justin Heinley, and the 68 of Tanner McClellan is your 4. Rounding up your top 5 is the 68X of Mitchell McNur. In the Junior 1 Green Slicks, starting in second spot out of Blackshear, Georgia, in the 3B machine will be Breeze Davis. Out of Danielsville, Georgia, in the number 21 will be Cohen Moore. Rookie Red Slicks, I need you in the grid. Rookie Red Slicks in the grid. Heavy warm-up slicks to the back of the grid. Heavy warm-up slicks to the back of the grid. Cohen Moore showing the way. Breeze Davis in that second spot in the Junior 1 slicks. Once again, folks, Fast Time Awards are being handed out at the Maxis trailer. Fast Time Awards are being handed out at the Maxis trailer where you registered for today's events. 5 laps to go to the 21 of Cohen Moore and the 3B of Breeze Davis. Rookie Red Slicks, you should be there. You are next on the Speedway. Heavy warm-up slicks to the back of the grid. Heavy warm-up slicks to the back of the grid. Junior 2 purple slicks. Junior 2 purple slicks. Start making your way to the grid. Rookie Red Slicks is coming on to the Speedway next. Starting in that 8th spot out of Cochran, Georgia is Hudson Miller. Starting 7th out of Matthews, Georgia, Jet Broswell. Starting 6th out of Keysville, Georgia is Chrislyn Brazel. Starting in that 5th spot out of Lizelia, Georgia, Caleb Howard. Starting 4th out of Albany, Georgia, Zayden Cunningham. Starting in 3rd out of Covington, Georgia, Zane Cook. In that second spot out of Valdelia, Georgia, is Briggs Alexander. Starting on the pole in the rookie red slicks, the number 86, Sawyer Chavis. Briggs Alexander takes a big lead right there on the lead lap. Looking at the number 86 of Sawyer Chavis by Allen, our cornerman, seeing if he can get him running back. Getting him fired back up. Looks like they had to help him get the chain back on. They got him fired up, and he's coming back onto the Speedway. All right, folks, this is the rookie class, so we're going to get them in their respective spots and then hopefully go green next time around. Heavy warm-up slicks, heavy warm-up slicks. We need you sitting in that grid ready to go. You are next on the Speedway. Junior 2 purple slicks. Junior 2 purple slicks to the back of the grid. Pro super heavy slicks. Pro super heavy slicks. Get them ready, guys. Green flag is in the air. Briggs Alexander taking a real decent lead earlier on, but we had a battle for 4th and 5th, and one spun is in the infield. Yellow is out once again. Checking over the 86 on the back straightaway, make sure everything's all right. Then we will hopefully go green flag racing. Green flag is out. We are green in the rookie slicks with 57 of Alexander on the lead. Halfway this time by in the rookie red slicks with the 57 of Alexander still showing the way. 03 of Cunningham in that second spot. Howard in third. Alrighty, folks, we're going to get them stopped and hopefully lined back up here in just a moment. Due to the lap traffic and cornerman moving them up, the 57 of Alexander moved up with him, and when he did slide, so they are giving him his spot back. He will be up front when they get him lined back up, folks. Green flag is out. Once again, we are 7 laps in and 11 minutes in. This is 12 laps or 15 minutes, so we're going to try to keep them going. The 57 of Alexander leads the way. Zayden Cunningham in that second spot. Howard in third. White flag in the air to the 57 of Briggs Alexander, 03 of Cunningham, and the 28H of Caleb Howard. Checkered flag goes to the 57 of Briggs Alexander, 03 of Zayden Cunningham, 28H of Howard, and the 14 of Miller round up for Jet Broswell in that 5th spot. Alrighty, that definitely was not a green, as a couple of them were shuffling through the pack as they were coming around 3 and 4. Did not start them. It stayed under caution. If they can get lined up, then we will go green. Getting them lined back up to hopefully go green here in just a moment. Doug Sturley is going to be your starter. Blake Lester sitting in that second spot. Ty Ellis third. Caden Dowling fourth. Austin Bryant fifth. Green flag is in the air. We do have a race here in the heavy warm-up slicks. Junior 2 purple, we need you in the grid. Junior 2 purple in the grid. Pro super heavy slicks, we need you at the back of the grid. And we have a spin off of 3 and 4. The yellow is out. Green flag in the air once again here in the heavy warm-up slicks. Doug Sturley still up front with the 34 of Blake Lester in that second spot, but Blake Lester trying to make moves as they go into 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Lawson Bryant sitting in that third spot. Bryant started in fifth, made his way up into that third spot. Some more shuffling in the back half of the field. Everybody's still good and riding the 721. Got in a little bit of that loose stuff, but he's still riding on the Speedway. Got some lap traffic, but they're getting them moved up as Doug Sturley and Blake Lester make their way down the back straightaway. Lawson Bryant in the 96 machine still holding on to that third spot. Lester looking on the inside of Sturley. Doesn't have enough just yet. Now down the back straightaway, tagging on the bumper on the inside into 3 and 4. Blake Lester is your new leader. Sturley in that second spot now. The 96 of Lawson Bryant in third, gaining more and more as each lap goes through. Double Zero X and the 29 of Dowling battling it out for that fourth and fifth spot. Double OX does spin off of 1 and 2. Now sitting on the top side of 2. Still running, still moving. Blake Lester is still your leader. They're dealing with a little bit of lap traffic, but they're getting him pushed out of the way. 96 of Lawson Bryant. Blake Lester still showing the way as they're coming up on a little bit of lap traffic. Moving up that lap traffic. Lester comes around him with no problem. Doug Sturley still in that second spot. 96 of Bryant still holding up third. Lester coming around a little bit of lap traffic as they make their way down the front stretch. Makes it through with no problem, coming around to 2 laps to go this time. 34, Blake Lester takes 2 to go. Checkered flag that time to the 34 of Blake Lester. 86, Doug Sturley second. Lawson Bryant coming around to take that third spot. Caden Dowling finishes fourth. Junior 2 Purple Slicks starting in that fourth spot will be Caden McDonald. Starting in third is Maddie Phillips. Starting second will be Cruz Lopez. And on the pole for the Junior 2 Purple Slicks out of Plant City, Florida, in the number 29 machine, Brooklyn Jackson. Pro Super Heavy Slicks. Pro Super Heavy Slicks, we need you in the grid. You are next on the Speedway. Junior 3 Blue Slicks. Junior 3 Blue Slicks to the back of the grid. Pro Heavy Slicks, we need you to start making your way. Green flag is in the air. '95 of Lopez is gaining on the 29 of Jackson. Once again, Pro Super Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid. Pro Super Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid. Pro Super Heavy Slicks. Pro Super Heavy Slicks. We need you in that grid. Pro Super Heavy Slicks. You're next on the Speedway. We need you there. Junior 3 Slicks. I need you at the back of the grid. Junior 3 Slicks. I need you at the back. Pro Heavy Slicks. Make your way to the grid. Pro Heavy Slicks. Make your way to the grid. Checkered flag is flying. Brooklyn Jackson is your winner. Cruz Lopez finishes in that second spot. Maddie Phillips third. Junior 3 slicks, we need you in that grid. Junior 3 slicks in the grid. Pro heavy slicks. Pro heavy slicks were needed in the grid. In the Pro Super Heavy, starting in 9th will be Chris Bennett. 8th, Jason Lopez. Starting 7th, Brian Fulford. Heading up 6th, Justin Heinley. Starting 5th, Brad Brown. Heading up that 4th spot, Tanner McClellan. Starting 3rd, Travis Seabolt. In 2nd, Mitchell McNure. And on the pole in the 03 machine is Brian Spence. Green is in the air. We do have racing here in the Pro Super Heavy Slicks. We have a full lap in as the Pro Super Heavies ride down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. 03 of Brian Spence still shows the way with Mitchell McNure in a decent 2nd spot. Tanner McClellan 3rd. 03 of Spence is pulling away from the rest of the field, but we do have a battle in that 4th and 5th spot between Travis Seabolt and the 009 of Heinley. Heinley tapping on the back door. We do have a yellow. Getting them lined back up now to go back green flag racing. 3 of 20 laps in. Green is in the air once again. We do have racing in the Pro Super Heavy Slicks. Junior 3 Slicks, I need you in the grid. You're next. Pro Heavy Slicks. Pro Heavy Slicks. Get him in the back of the grid. Treaded Predator 355. Get him ready, guys. Brian Spence showing the way. Mitchell McNure in that 2nd spot. Tanner McClellan in 3rd. 09 of Heinley up into that 4th spot with Jason Lopez riding 5th. Number 17 and 18 battling it out for that 7th and 8th spot. Up in the front of the field, McClellan makes a move on the inside down the back straightaway on McNure. Caution is out. It will go back to the last completed lap. 8 out of 20 complete here in the Pro Super Heavy Slicks. They got them lined back up looking to go green. As long as they get there together, they will and do go green. Green flag racing once again. Spence pulling away from the rest of the field as they're coming around 3 and 4 to take halfway this time by. 009 making a move on McClellan. Didn't have just enough. McClellan slips back into that third spot. They ride into 3 and 4. 009 still looking to take over that third spot from the number 68 of McClellan. Slides up just a little bit, giving a little bit of room for McClellan. They're racing real hard between second, third, and fourth. 03 of Spence still showing the way. McNor in that second spot, McClellan in third. McClellan did make a move on McNor as they come to a caution earlier on. Can he make that move again? But the 009 of Hindley is right on the bumper of McClellan, trying to take over that third spot. McClellan on top of McNur. Your second, third, and fourth putting on a show here in the Pro Super Heavy Slicks. 5 laps to go. 5 to go this time. McClellan makes a move. The 009 of Hindley following through. Your new second place is McClellan. The 009 of Hindley in that third spot, but the 009 is not giving up. He's looking to take over that second spot. They ride down the back straightaway, looking on the inside just a little bit. Doesn't have quite enough to get there. 03 of Brian Spence has a massive lead, but a yellow flag does come out. Flagman showing them as long as they look good out of 4, he will start them again. They're getting them lined back up. 17 had a little bit of tough luck over there on the back straightaway. He pulls off. Green flag racing once again. 009 of Hindley still right there on the back door, trying on the inside, doesn't have just enough. 2 laps to go, 2 to go this time by. The 03 of Brian Spence has held on this whole entire race, taking a good lead once they come back into green flag. White flag out once again. The 68 of McClellan in that second spot with the 009 of Hindley in third. Hindley looking to make a move on the inside as they go into 3 and 4. Hindley does. Now we have some hot. Ooh, what a mess right there at the checkered flag. A little bit of wheel hop sitting on top of the 95 of Lopez. Let's see what the finish is here. 03 of Brian Spence, the 68X of McNur, and 18X of Brad Brown finishes third. Action on the very last lap. I'm talking out of 3 and 4 that action started. Everybody seemed to be okay and was able to drive into the scale house. Our director, Mr. Mackey, going to check them out, make sure everything's good. In the Junior 3 slicks, starting in that 6th spot, Dakota No. Starting 5th, Henry Honeycutt. Starting 4th, Cannon Todd. In 3rd, Karina Dowling. Starting 2nd, Tipton LaPearl. And on the pole out of Plant City, Florida in the 09 machine, Bryson Jackson. Green, green, green. We do have racing here in the Junior 3 slicks. Pro Heavy Slicks, Pro Heavy Slicks, we need you in the grid. You are next on the Speedway. Pro Heavy Slicks, we need you in the grid. You are next on the Speedway. Predator 355 treaded, we need you to start making your way there. Junior 2 purple treaded, get them ready, folks. We do have a couple of laps in. Bryson Jackson does show the way. A move real quick in the 1 and 2 is Karina Dowling taking over that 2nd spot. Tipton LaPearl in that 3rd spot, Cannon Todd 4th. Bryson Jackson still showing the way with a real comfortable lead. Karina Dowling in that 2nd spot. Tipton LaPearl in 3rd. Pro Heavy Slicks, Pro Heavy Slicks, we need you guys in the grid. You're next on the Speedway. Pro Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid. You are next on the Speedway, guys. Bryson Jackson still shows the way with almost 8 laps in the Junior 3 slicks. Karina Dowling in that 2nd spot. Tipton LaPearl in 3rd. Halfway this time by to Bryson Jackson, Karina Dowling, Henry Honeycutt now into that 3rd spot. Pro Heavy Slicks, Pro Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid, guys. Pro Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid. Bryson Jackson showing out here in the Junior 3 blue. Karina Dowling 2nd, Henry Honeycutt in 3rd. Five laps to go. 5 laps to go. A little bit of shuffling off the side of the racetrack, but comes back on. Everything is good. Bryson Jackson is leading the way. They got a little bit of lap traffic ahead of them. Bryson Jackson holding on. Karina Dowling in that 2nd spot. Henry Honeycutt 3rd. White flag this time to Karina Dowling, Bryson Jackson, Henry Honeycutt. Checkered flag goes to the number 19 of Karina Dowling, the 09 of Bryson Jackson, the B1 Henry Honeycutt finishing 3rd. Pro Heavy Slicks, I need you in the grid. Pro Heavy Slicks, We need you in the grid. You're next on the Speedway. Predator 355 treaded. Predator 355 treaded. We need you in the grid. Junior 2 treaded. Junior 2 treaded. We need you at the back of the grid. In the Pro Heavy Slick, starting in 15th, Tanner Thomas. Starting 14th, Greg Horton. Starting 13th is Brandon Heath. Starting 12th, Shane Myers. Starting 11th, Kason Kerr. Starting 10th, Caden Dowling. In that 9th spot, Tanner McClellan. Starting 8th, Christopher Handy. Starting 7th, Brandon Paulette. In 6th spot, Lawson Bryant. Starting 5th, Dawson Martin. In 4th is Stephen Finch. Starting 3rd, Ty Ellis. In that 2nd spot, Blake Lester. And on the pole for the Pro Heavy Slicks, in the 86 machine, Doug Sturley. Green, green, green. We do have racing in the Pro Heavy Slicks. A little early shuffle and a spin off of 3 and 4. The yellow is out. Green flag is in the air once again. We do have racing in the Pro Heavy Slicks with only Doug Sturley show. Doug Sturley does show the way. Blake Lester in that 2nd spot. Lawson Bryant 3rd, got a little bit of lap traffic problems, but they're trying to get him up to get him moved. Doug Sturley and Blake Lester put on a good show earlier on this evening. They're doing just the same here. Blake Lester in that 2nd spot, 96 of Bryant in 3rd. Has a little bit of lap traffic he's coming up to face. He will be able to move out the way. Lester gaining a little bit up on Sturley as they go down the back straightaway. 96 of Lawson Bryant still sitting in that 3rd spot. Caden Dowling 4th. Kason Kerr now in 5th. Blake Lester gaining more and more as they take each lap around this track. One into the fence down the back straightaway. Not moving, so they do have a yellow out. Green flag racing once again. Blake Lester coming up on the back end of Sturley. Lawson Bryant still holding on to that third spot. Dowling in fourth. Kasinger in that fifth spot. Dowling gaining a little bit on the 96 machine of Bryant as they ride down the back stretch. Gurr and Shane Myers battling it out for that fifth and sixth spot. A battle for third and fourth. Dowling makes a move on the 96 machine. Your new third place is Caden Dowling in the 29. 96 of Bryant not giving up yet, staying on the back door of Dowling. Down the front straightaway is Sturley and Lester now battling it out for that first place spot. Lester in that 34 machine making a move on the inside of Sturley on 3 and 4. Didn't have just enough. Sturley holds on. We are 15 out of 25 laps in. Lester on the back bumper of Sturley once again. Sturley still holds on as we pull 17 laps in this time, but Lester looking on the inside as they ride down the back stretch. Bumps him on the back end, but Sturley still holds on. 29 of Dowling has a decent third place. Lawson Bryant in fourth. 34 is knocking on the back door of Sturley. On the inside is 34 of Lester. Your new leader is Blake Lester in the 34 machine. Doug Sturley in that second spot. Caden Dowling third. 96 of Lawson Bryant fourth. Gurr still in that fifth spot. The only 5 left on the Speedway out of 15. Not yet. About jumped that one. Two laps to go this time to the 34 of Lester, the 86 of Sturley, 29 of Dowling, 96 of Bryant. Lester was looking to take over that top spot about midway. Now taking the white flag is the 34 of Lester. Checkered flag in the air goes to the 34 of Blake Lester in that second. Caden Dowling finishes third. Lawson Bryant fourth. Kasinger fifth. All right, folks, as usual, when you are done racing for the evening, those transponders need to be turned in. They are collecting them at the Maxis trailer. So if you are done racing for today, please turn your transponder in to Miss Heidi at Maxis trailer. Shredded Predator 355 will be on the racetrack next. Starting 18th, Mason Dunn. 17th will be Tristan Adams. 16th, Brittany Carter. Starting 15th, Lance Anderson. In 14th, Johnny Martin. Starting 13th, Todd Godby. Starting 12th, Austin Knowles. Starting 11th, Scott Williams. Starting 10th, Blake Judd. In 9th, Noah Grimes. Starting 8th, Jackson Evans. In that 7th spot, Daniel Long. Starting 6th, Jason Reynolds. Heading up 5th spot, Justin Veal. Starting 4th, Landon Long. Starting in that 3rd spot, Bennett Burton. In 2nd, Jackson Monroe. And your pole sitter in the treaded Predator 355 out of Gibson, Georgia in the 113, Joey Wheeler. Junior 2 treaded, excuse me, Junior 2 treaded. I need you in the grid. Junior 2 treaded in the grid, please. Medium treads, we need you in the back of the grid. Medium treads to the back of the grid. Super heavy treads, get them ready, guys. In the meantime, Junior 2 treaded, we need you in the grid. You are next on the speedway. Medium treads in the back of the grid and super heavy treaded, get them ready. Green flag is in the air for the treaded Predator 355. Early on, some movement before a lap is even in. Tough break for Joey Wheeler as he slips back into the pack. The 911 of Jackson Monroe is your leader. Bennett Burton in that 2nd spot. More movement going on between 4, 5, and 6. Justin Veal now up in that 4th spot. Landon Long drops down in the 5th. Five laps in for the treaded Predator 355. Jackson Monroe leading the way. A little bit of shuffle between 2nd, 3rd. Justin Veal now up into that 2nd spot. Landon Long 3rd. Daniel Long 4th. Yellow is out. Junior 2 treads, we need you in the grid. Junior 2 treads, you should be in the grid. Medium treads to the back of the grid. Super heavy treads, start getting them ready and head over that way. Super heavy treads, start getting them ready and head over that way. Scoring says they look good. The flagman's going to show them 3 and 4. We are on lap 6 out of 20. Green is out. We do have racing in the Predator 355 tread. Shuffling early again as they come around 3 and 4. The 14 of Long takes the lead. More shuffling. Veal is your new leader. Landon Long in that second spot. Monroe back up in the third. Little bit of lap traffic, but our cornermen are working to get them up. Successfully do so. The 14 making a move to take over that lead again. Completes it. Landon Long, your leader once again. Jackson Monroe in that second spot. Justin Veal slips back down in the third. They're all bumper to bumper as they race down the back straightaway. Monroe gave him a tap right off of 3 and 4, but caution is out. It will go to the last completed lap. Once again, if you guys are done racing for today, please bring those transponder to the Maxxis trailer. Once again, folks, it goes to the last completed lap. That caution was not on the 14, so it goes to the last completed lap. 14 spun due to some traffic that was already in the middle of a caution. Got them lined back up. 11 complete. Out of 20. Green flag flies once again. Shuffling through once again, pushing Long back into that 5th spot. Veal is sitting up front. The number 911 of Monroe. 28 of Daniel Long. Evans on the back door of Long trying to take over that 3rd spot. 226 has now moved up into that 5th position as well. Veal still shows the way with the number 9 in that 2nd spot. 28 of Daniel Long, 3rd. Jackson Evans sitting in that fourth, but making a move to take over third as they rode into 3 and 4. He is now your third place. Daniel Long back into that fourth spot. Blake Judd in fifth. Monroe on the back bumper of Veal as they ride into 3 and 4. We are 17 laps in now. Jackson Evans, Daniel Long, Jason Reynolds now up into that fifth spot. Got one having a little bit of trouble on the front stretch, but they seem to make it around him and everything is good. 20 of Veal still up front. The number 911 making a move as they ride into 3 and 4. That's a lot of racing action. 20 of Veal steady trying to get up front of them, but the 911 makes his move, take over that top spot. But the 20 still looking on the inside as they're on lap 19 now. 20 of Veal steady trying to take over, but the 911 of Jackson Monroe takes the checkered flag here in the Predator 355 treads. Good racing action there in that Predator 355 treaded class. Real close bumper to bumper action. A lot of movement in between the pack all through the race. Treaded Junior 2 will be your next on the Speedway. Starting in 9th out of Mansfield, Georgia is Cohen Sheffield. Starting 8th, Henry Floyd. Starting 7th out of Cochran, Georgia, Cam Anderson. Starting 6th out of Martinez, Georgia, Bailey Perkey. Starting 5th out of Waycross is Cannon Todd. Starting 4th out of Gray is Lane McDaniel. Starting 3rd out of Thompson, Georgia, Brantley Burton. Starting in that 2nd spot out of Cochran, Georgia, Carter Rycroft. And on the pole for the Treaded Junior 2 Purple out of Plant City, Florida, in the number 29 machine, Brooklyn Jackson. Medium treads, we need you in the grid. Medium treads in the grid. Super heavy treads, you needed it at the back of the grid. Medium treads at the front of the grid. Super heavy treads to the back of the grid. Rookie treads, start getting them ready. Alrighty, well, a couple of them wanted to start the race before the leader started the race, and the flagman didn't like it. He did not throw the green. We are under yellow. Going to get them pushed back together. Flagman, Mr. Godby, letting him know to get it slowed down, get lined up. He plans to go green. Green flag has flown. We do have racing in the Junior 2 purple treaded. Brooklyn Jackson still shows the way. 44 of Brantley Burton in that second spot. Cannon Todd in third. Coming up on a little bit of lap traffic. Our cornermen are getting them moved over now. Moving the zero, as that is lap traffic once again. When they show them to move up that track, it's on them to get up there. Brooklyn Jackson done real well getting around the 44 of Burton as well. 330 of Cannon Todd third. Burton closing in just a little bit on the 29 machine of Jackson. More lap traffic up front. Jackson slides up a little bit. Burton followed that same exact path, so Jackson still holds on to that top spot. Halfway this time by to the 29 of Jackson, 44 of Burton. More lap traffic in front of the 29 of Jackson, but the lap traffic moves up. Jackson makes it by. Burton makes it by with no problem. Burton still sitting in a very close second place behind Jackson as they come down for 5 laps to go. Jackson, Burton, and Todd are your top 3. Jackson took a win earlier on this evening. Can she do the same here in the Junior 2 treaded? Two laps to go, 2 to go to the 29 of Jackson. Brantley Burton in that second spot still. Brooklyn Jackson once again takes a win. Brantley Burton in second, Cannon Todd in third. In the treaded medium, starting 23rd. In the medium treaded, starting in 23rd. Caden Fortner, starting 22nd. Donahue in 21st. Tukey Williams, starting 20th, is Corey Jacobs. Starting 19th, Ben Lawson. 18th, Kalen Norris. Starting 17th, Ty Ellis. Starting 16th, Eric Hewitt. 15th, Camden Boston. 14th, Lee Dixon. 13th, Lawrence Anderson. 12th, Tyler McCombers. Starting 11th, Kason Gurr. Starting 10th, Justin Heinley. Starting 9th, Aaron Gronenbaum. 8th, Matthew Beeman. Starting 7th, Houston Smith. 6th, Jackson Monroe. Starting 5th, Caden Dowling. Starting 4th, Brian Nuttall Jr. Starting 3rd, Jesse Riggins. Starting 2nd, Colin Mize. And on the pole for the treaded medium in the 03, Doug Sturley. ...20-lap medium treaded race with 23 in the field. Everybody is in their respective positions. Flagman showing him he's planning to go green. Super heavy treads, we need you in that grid. Super heavy treads in the grid. Rookie red treaded to the back of the grid. Rookie red tread to the back of the grid. Green flag is in the air. We do have racing. Early shuffling on as Mize tries to make a move, completes it. The 51 of Riggins follows. Can we make a lap in? And we do. Mize is your new leader with Jesse Riggins in that second spot, but making a move on the inside. Riggins completes it. Your new leader is the 51 of Jesse Riggins. 81 of Mize in second. Nuttall in third. Sturley moves up in that fourth spot. Jackson Monroe into fifth. Still riding good. We got a little bit of action at the back half of the field. One spins, but they're in the infield out of the way. We stay green. 51 of Riggins showing the way still here. Colin Mize in that second spot. Doug Sturley back up into third. Nine 11 of Jackson Monroe up into that fourth spot, pushing Houston Smith back into fifth. Oh, 03 of Sturley gaining on the 81 of Colin Mize. A little bit of action towards the back end of the field, but everybody stays. Beeman drops down into that 17th spot. Eric Hewitt in 15th now. 03 of Sturley going on the back door of Mize. Looking on the inside as they ride down the back straightaway. Your new second place is the 03 of Sturley. Caution is out. Caution is out. Reagan still shows the way, but the 03 of Sturley makes a move on the inside into 3 and 4, completes. 03 is your new leader. 51 of Reagan slips down in the second spot, 81 third. 2X of Lawrence Anderson in that fourth spot, Heinley in fifth. 51 real close to the 03 of Sturley. Oh, 03 of Doug Sturley still shows the way. The 51 of Riggins in second. 81 of Mize in third. White flag out is the 03 of Doug Sturley. Jesse Riggins in second. Colin Mize third. Checkered flag to the 03. Doug Sturley takes the win in the medium treaded. 51 of Riggins second. Colin Mize third. Once again, if you are done racing, please turn those transponders into the Maxxis trailer. They are taking transponders over at the Maxxis trailer. Sorry about that, folks. 17 of Eric Simpson is your leader, taking a pretty decent lead here in the super heavy treaded. Austin Holt in that second spot. Mize in third. Rookie Red Treads, we need you in the grid. Rookie Red Treads, we need you in the grid. Junior 1 Treads, you need to be at the back of the grid. Masters Treads, we need you to start getting them ready, guys. Eric Simpson with a real decent lead here in the super heavy treads. Austin Holt second, 112 of Mize in third. Headlights over off of turn 2. We need you to shut them off, guys. Headlights in turn 2. We need you to shut them down. Eric Simpson still holding on. Austin Holt in that second. 112 of Mize in third. Little bit of lap traffic up front of Simpson. They're moving him over now. Five laps to go. 5 to go to the 17 of Eric Simpson. 11 of Holt. 112 of Mize. Mize coming up on that lap traffic now. White flag out this time to the 17 of Eric Simpson. Checkered flag flies to Eric Simpson in the 17. Austin Holt second. CJ Mize third. David Phillips fourth. Mitchell McNewer in fifth. Treaded Rookie Red is going to be the next class on the Speedway. Starting in 8th is Kalex Hart. Starting 7th, Chrislyn Brosel. Starting 6th, Jackson Gronenboom. Starting 5th, Hudson Miller. Starting 4th, Jet Broswell. Starting 3rd, Zayden Cunningham. Starting in your second spot, Briggs Alexander, and heading up the pole position out of Grovetown, Georgia in the 82 machine, Connor McClellan. Junior 1 green shredded. Junior 1 green shredded. We need you in the grid. You're next on the Speedway. Masters shredded to the back of the grid. Junior 3 blue treads. Get them ready, guys. We do have green flag racing here in the rookie red shredded with a lap in. 82 of Connor McClellan leads the way. 57 of Alexander in second. Zayden Cunningham third. Once again, if you're done racing, please bring those transponders to the Maxxis trailer. We have your driver's license. We need that transponder, folks. Junior 1 treads. Junior 1 treads. We need you in the grid. Masters treaded Treaded Masters, we need you at the back of the grid. Treaded Junior 3, start getting your way that way. We got him lined back up. Flagman said he's going to go green if he can. Green is what he does. We do have racing once again in the treaded rookie. Junior 1 treads. Junior 1 treads. We need you in that grid. You are next on the Speedway. Masters treaded. We need you at the back of the grid. Junior 3 treads. We need you to start making your way that way. 82 of Connor McClellan holds up that top spot. 37G in that second spot. 15 of Braswell in third. 2 laps to go. White flag. It is white flag this time to 82. 37G, 15. Checkered flag flies to Connor McClellan. Good job to these rookie treaded guys. Junior 1 treaded is going to be your next class out on the Speedway. With that being said, Masters treads, we need you in the grid. Masters treaded, we need you in the grid. Junior 3 treads, we need you at the back of the grid. Mod Clone, get them ready, guys. In the Junior 1 treaded, starting in that 5th spot is Calix Hart. Starting in 4th, Corbin Lynn. Starting in 3rd, Breeze Davis. Starting in that 2nd spot, Ty Nuttall. And on the pole out of Augusta, Georgia in the 97 machine, Jefferson Futrelli. Probably butchered that, but we got it out there. Coming on to the Speedway now is that treaded Junior 1. Going to make sure everybody's in their spots, and then we hope to go green flag racing. A lap in for the Junior 1 treaded. A little bit of sliding off the back stretch. Driver is still moving, so we stay green, guys. As long as that driver's moving, we stay green. 97 of Jefferson up front. Breeze Davis in that 2nd spot. That driver having a tough time as he rides down the back straightaway, but Kalix's heart stays good. Futrelli is still your leader. 3B of Davis slides up as they went around 1 and 2, but holds on to it. Had a little bit of action with lap traffic, but everybody's still rolling and we're still green. '97 still your leader. 3B still in that second spot. Once again, folks, if you are done racing and you're leaving, make sure that transponder gets turned into the Maxxis trailer, folks. Same place you picked it up is where you need to drop it off, guys. Breeze Davis is on the back door of Futrelli and makes a move to pass. Your new leader is the 3B of Breeze Davis. Got caught up in a little bit of lap traffic, but our cornermen done their job to move them, and just a little bit of a tough break for the 97. The 3B of Davis still holds on. Five laps to go. That time to the 3B, the 97, and the 07. A spin off of turn 2 for Corbin Lynn, but still caution is out. We'll go back to the last completed lap. Treaded Masters, you should be in that grid sitting down ready to go. You're next on the Speedway. Treaded Masters, you should be sitting down in that grid. Junior 3 Treaded, we need you at the back of the grid. Junior 3 Treads, we need you at the back of the grid. Mod Clone, get them ready. They are going to stop them and get them lined up. Mackey down on the front straightaway, getting them in their respective positions. Getting them lined back up and getting them scoot all together to hopefully go green flag racing next lap around. Green flag is in the air once again to the 3B and the Junior 1 green treaded. .3B still showing the way, 97 in second. 07 sitting in a good, comfortable third. This is 2 laps to go this time. 2 laps to go to the 3B of Breeze Davis. 97 gaining just a little bit as they ride down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. White flag out this time to 3B of Davis. 97 of Futrelli is in that second spot. They're coming around 3 and 4. Checkered flag flies. Breeze Davis is your winner. Futrelli in second. Nuttall in third. Good job to the Junior 1 treads. Junior 3 tread. Junior 3 tread. We need you in that grid. Junior 3 tread. We need you in that grid. You're next on the Speedway. Mod Clone to the back of the grid. Mod Clone to the back of the grid. Predator 380 treads. Get them ready, guys. Masters treads are coming on to the Speedway now. Starting in that 10th spot is Justin Heinley. Starting 9th, Jonathan Smith. Starting 8th, Josh Perkey. Starting 7th, Robbie Mills. Starting 6th, Michael Newsom. In 5th, Todd Godby. In 4th, Corey Jacobs. 3rd, Tim Chastain. Starting 2nd, CJ Mize. On the pole in the Masters treaded out of Statesboro, Georgia in the number 8 machine, Richard Johnson. Green flag is out. We do have a race in the Masters treaded. Johnson taking a good lead, but there's a lot of bump action towards the back of the pack. We do make a lap in. 48 of Godby pushing his guy right down to the infield, but they're all steady. We've got a spin off of 3 and 4, but the driver's still moving. We still have a race. .112 of Mize takes the lead over Johnson. Corey Jacobs in that 3rd spot. Godby 4th. Mize still up front with Johnson real close, second steady on the back bumper to him. 0 of Jacob still riding in 3rd. Godby 4th. Robbie Mills 5th. It will be halfway this time. 15 of Robbie Mills on a real close bumper of Godby. That's a battle for that 5th spot. 15 makes a move on Godby. He is now your 4th place. Mize, Johnson, Jacobs, Mills, and Godby is your 5 currently. .112 of Mize coming around 3 and 4. It is 5 laps to go. 5 to go this time by Mize, Johnson, Jacobs, Mills, and Godby, your 5. .15 trying to make a move on 0. On the inside now as they ride down the back straightaway. Doesn't have enough. They're coming up on a little bit of live traffic. 112 of Mize still holding on. 15 steady trying to make a move on 0 of Jacobs. Doesn't have just enough yet. Now riding down the back straightaway once again. 2 laps to go this time by. 2 laps to go to CJ Mize. Johnson right there at the back door of Mize, giving him a little bump, letting him know he's there. 1 lap to go to the 112. Johnson steady trying to make a move. Now they're down the back straightaway. Johnson on the back door of the 112. Can he take him? Checkered flag flies. It is CJ Mize, your winner. Richard Johnson second. Jacobs third. Robbie Mills fourth. Godby in that 5th spot. Great racing for the Treaded Masters. Treaded Junior 3 is coming on to the Speedway now. Starting in that 8th spot, Dakota No. Starting 7th, Brantley Burton. In that 6th spot, Cannon Todd. Starting 5th, Wyatt Dumas. Starting 4th, Henry Honeycutt. In that 3rd spot is Bryson Jackson. Starting 2nd, Joe Brett Sullivan. And heading up the pole position out of Hernando, Florida in the 41 machine, Tipton LaPearl. Checking them out to make sure they're all in their respective positions. Scoring gives them a flat thumbs up. Flagman letting them know they're planning to start next time around. Green, green, green. We do have racing once again in the Junior 3 treads. A little bit of spin. They got a caution, but he's still moving, so they're not going to throw the yellow. Ooh, drivers driving down on each other right here on the front straightaway. Tipton LaPearl shows the way. Sullivan in that second spot. Honeycutt in a real close third. Steady tapping on the back door of Sullivan. Sullivan looking behind him. .41 of LaPearl. Steady shows out here in the Junior 3 treads. 2:17 of Sullivan got a little bit of a lead on Henry Honeycutt, but Honeycutt's coming right back up. Lap traffic is right there. Top three make it around lap traffic with absolutely no problem. Tipton, LaPearl, Sullivan, Honeycutt, Jackson, you're four. Honeycutt steady trying to make a move on the 217 of Sullivan. Gets a pretty good gain on him going around the turns. Stretches out a little bit on the straightaway. Now we have Bryson Jackson on the back door of Honeycutt. LaPearl leading the way. Sullivan in second. Honeycutt in a real close third. Jackson in fourth. Jackson knocking on the back door of Honeycutt. Jackson looking to take over that third spot. He's on the bumper once again on the inside around 1 and 2. Your new third place is Bryson Jackson. LaPearl still holds on to it. Bryson Jackson now looking to take over that second spot on Sullivan. He gains a little bit on him. Bryson Jackson closing in once again on Sullivan. On the back bumper as they ride around 1 and 2. That's how he was able to take over that third spot. Can he do it? Tries on the inside as they ride down the front stretch. Didn't have enough. Now he's trying in 1 and 2. Slips back into that third spot. Holds on. Jackson has been on the loose here. Little bit of lap traffic might have helped him out. Jackson made him move on Sullivan. He is now your second place. Sullivan slips back into that fourth spot. Honeycutt back up to third. LaPearl still with a good, strong lead here in the Junior 3 treads. Now Honeycutt looking to take over second over Jackson. Tipton, LaPearl, Bryson Jackson, Henry Honeycutt. Your winner is the 41 of Tipton La Pearl. Bryson Jackson finishes second. Henry Honeycutt third. Treaded mod clone on the Speedway now. Starting fourth, Stephen Taylor. Starting third, Tal Gregory. Starting second, Robert Kemp. Starting on the pole out of Swainsboro, Georgia, in the number 14, Justin Hart. Green flag flies. Justin Hart hammers it and pulls away real early on during the green. Everybody's holding on. 14 of Hart. 27 of Kemp, Tal Gregory third. Stephen Taylor riding in that fourth spot. Justin Hart still holds on to it. Kemp in a real decent second. Everybody separated real well. The 6'11 of Kemp in that third spot. Taylor in fourth. Tough break for that one right there. 6'11 of Tal Gregory, now your second. Stephen Taylor third. 27 of Kemp seems to have a little bit of an issue, so he pulled off. Hart still currently your leader. Predator 380 treads. Predator 380 treads. We need you sitting in that grid. You're next on the Speedway. Predator 380 treads. You should be sitting in that grid ready to go. You are next. Heavy treads. Heavy treads. Start getting them ready. Heavy treads. Get them ready. Justin Hart definitely showing out here in the Mod Clone treads. It is halfway this time by to Justin Hart. Tal Gregory still in that second spot. Stephen Taylor third. .14 of Justin Hart takes 5 laps to go. 5 to go that time to Justin Hart. Tal Gregory in that second spot. 33 of Stephen Taylor third, but it looks like he's slowing down to possibly go off the Speedway, and does. And Justin Hart takes 17 laps in. Treaded Predator 380 is coming on to the Speedway now, starting 13th, Brittany Carter. Heading up that 12th spot, Zachary Scott. And starting 11th, Chase Gibbs. Starting 10th, Johnny Martin. Heading up 9th, Todd Godby. In 8th, Noah Grimes. 7th, Joey Wheeler. Starting 6th, Austin Knowles. Starting 5th, Craig Pennell. Starting in that 4th spot, Cole Veal. Starting 3rd, Bennett Burton. Starting in that 2nd spot, Blake Judd. And your pole sitter for the Treaded Predator 380 out of Avira, Georgia, in the number 8 machine, Jackson Evans. Green flag is in the air. We do have racing for the Treaded 380 Predators. Heavy treads, heavy treads. We need you in that grid, guys. Heavy treads. We need you in the grid. You are the next and final class on the Speedway. Once again, Treaded heavy drivers. We need you in the grid. You are next on the Speedway. We do have a lap in here for the Predator 380. Jackson Evans still showing the way, but 226 of Judd makes a move right there off of turn 2. Your new leader is the 226 of Blake Judd. Jackson Evans in that 2nd spot now. Bennett Burton 3rd. Cole Veal 4th. Craig Pennell in that 5th spot. 226 of Judd is still showing the way, looking real good, but Evans is on the back door. Can Evans take that spot back? We will see very shortly, I'm sure. Looking on the inside, doesn't have it just yet. They're going into 1 and 2. He looks on the inside again. 226 shuts the door. Bennett Burton in that 3rd spot, being patient, watching the action going on between 1 and 2. Evans on the back door of him again. The 226 holds him off. Evans gives him a little love tap on that back bumper. 226 says, no, not yet, buddy. He's still showing the way. Blake Judd. Once again, that 44 of Burton is just sitting back in 44. Well, 44 of Burton just sitting back into that 3rd spot, watching what's taking place. Evans giving Judd another bump on the back bumper. Halfway this time by. Burton coming up close to the back door of Evans. A little bit of shuffling as the 32 slid high, but goes back into that spot. Evans steady looking on the inside as they make their way down the racetrack. Evans slides up just a little bit to give 226 a little bit of headway, but he comes right back down to them as they race into 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Not letting go of that bumper of the 226. Evans is in the inside off of 3 and 4. 226 holds him off once again. Yellow flag is out as we have a driver spun out on the top of 3 and 4. Kind of a bad spot, so they did go ahead and throw a caution. We'll get them lined up, make sure everybody's good, and go back to green flag racing. Once again, treaded heavy drivers, treaded heavy. We need you in that grid, guys. Treaded heavy, we need you in the grid. Speaking of, we only have this class in the treaded heavy left. If you have not turned in that transponder, please do so. If you have not turned in that transponder, please do so. Remember, we have that driver's license. You're going to need that to drive home. Georgia kind of frowns on driving with no license, so make sure you turn that transponder in. Caution still out, but it looks like Mr. Godby showing him he plans to start him next lap around. We are 13 laps out of 20 in currently. Evans and Judd showing out in that first and second spot. 24 of Burton still sitting in third. Being patient, he's just watching the action taking place, but green flag is in the air once again. We do have racing. 19 of Cole Veal sitting in that fourth spot. Ooh, a spin, and there's several big hits off of turn 1 and 2. The caution is out once again. Our guy in turn 1 and 2, Mr. Allen, he's going to check on these folks and make sure they're okay. Going to get them removed from being on top of each other. Trying to straighten that card over there off of 1 and 2 to see if they can continue to race. Once again, treaded heavy. We need you in that grid, guys. Treaded heavy. We need you in the grid. "13 laps complete. Green flag is out. We do have race once again." All those drivers seem to be okay, but a little bit of damage to some carts. They did pull into the infield. That Evans is right there on the back door of the 226 again, but the 24 of Burton tried to make a move on the inside, didn't have enough. Evans shut the door. Judd still leading the way here. Evans slides up just a little bit. Burton still there in a close third. Joey Wheeler and Cole Veal sitting in that 4th and 5th spot. Evans steady tapping on the back door of that 226. Boy, he's wanting that top spot something bad. 226 takes 2 laps to go. Evans on the inside. Slips himself back just a little bit. Burton takes over that second. Cole Veal now looking to try to take third. Slips back with 1 lap to go. 1 lap left to 226 of Judd. Burton in that second spot. Jackson Evans slips back into third. Checkered flag is definitely in the air. 2:26 of Blake Judd held them off for all 20 laps. Bennett Burton in that second, was in that third spot for a while, made his way to second, finishing second. Jackson Evans third. Colville fourth. Chase Gibbs rounds up your five. Alrighty, folks, don't forget about Christmas in Dixie. That's going to take place here at Cochran Motor Speedway and Kart Track. It'll be December 27th and 28th. There is flyers out on Facebook. You can check out Mr. Mackey Flood's page. A lot of us have shared it, so if you go on there, you should be able to find it with no problem. They are taking reserve parking still. So if you need some parking for Christmas in Dixie, make sure you see Miss Heidi. She is at the Max's trailer. It is looking to be a phenomenal show coming here to Cochran, Georgia in just a couple of weeks. That is December 27th and 28th. I promise you this will be a show that you would like to attend if you're a spectator out there. Once again, December 27th and 28th will be one heck of a show taking place here in Cochran. It is the Christmas in Dixie and the inaugural Treaded Fat Daddy. There will be a Fat Daddy race taking place on treaded tires, guys. So again, if that's something you're interested in, make sure you see Miss Heidi and get yourself some parking. Talk to Mackie, get some information. Once again, he does have it on Facebook, so that flyer can be spotted anywhere you look. I know I checked it out earlier just to make sure, and once again, it's there. So see Mr. Mackey, Miss Heidi. They have a lot of information for you. So if you need parking, go see Miss Heidi at the Max's trailer. Your lineup starting in the pole spot out of Stuart, Florida is the 5B of Matthew Beeman. Out of Pennsylvania is the 03 of Doug Sturley starting second. In third, Colin Mize. Jesse Riggins fourth. 5 is Brian Nuttall Jr. 6 is our friend Mr. Aaron. 7th, Houston Smith. 8th, Tyler McCombers. 9th, Austin Holt. 10th, Franklin Futrell. 11th, Caden Dowling. 12th, Richard Johnson. 13th, Austin Phelps. 14th, Kason Gurr. Robbie Mills will be 15th. 16th, David Phillips. 17th, Colby Warren. 18th, Justin Heinley. 19th, Corey Jacobs. 20th, Tim Chastain. 21st, Josh Perkey. 22nd, Todd Godby. 23rd is Stephen Taylor. That is your lineup here for the heavy treaded main. Gonna be some good racing on these treaded tires with a good field of them. Flag. Whoa, a real quick mess up early on with the green flag. They slide right here in front of the flag stand, so a yellow is out. That is not a race. Got to get a lap in for us to keep going. Those guys kept going, but a lap in was not made, guys. One thing we know for sure, you're not going to win it on the first lap. Let's stay patient, folks. Green flag in the air once again. A lot of mix-up early on there off of 1 and 2, but everybody's still on the Speedway. Matthew Beeman, the 5B out of Stuart, Florida, had a good ride to come out here to Cochran today. Qualifies on pole, sitting on the pole right now, but Doug Sturley, who has been a force to be reckoned with all day, is in that second spot. Mize in third. Riggins fourth. All great drivers here in the heavy treaded, but I'm telling you that top 5 is a force to be reckoned with. Sturley looking on the inside off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Beeman takes just a little head lead. Sturley still there in that second spot. Mize giving Sturley a tap on that back bumper, letting him know that he's there. Riggins staying patient in that 4th spot, just watching what happens in front of him. Mize looks on the inside of Sturley, didn't have just enough. Beeman still holds him off. Sturley gaining on Beeman once again. Sturley looking for the inside, now looking for the outside. Beeman holds him off yet again. Colin Mize in that 3rd spot, steady giving a little love tap to the 03. Sliding high was that silver Cartwright 37. '57 of Houston Smith now in that 5th spot, but he's going to sit comfortably. He's got a decent little space in between him and the top 4 and him and the one behind in 6th. Beeman steady pulling away just a little bit, but the 03 of Sturley still right there close to him. What did they say, folks? It's not over till it's over. Sturley giving him a little tap on the back straightaway. Mize giving Sturley a tap. Look like they're trying to work together. Beeman holds him off yet again. 81 of Mize being real patient in that 3rd place spot. 51 of Riggins watching what's taking place in front of him. Sturley looking on the inside and outside once again of Beeman. Beeman holds him off as they come down the front straightaway once again. Beeman holds him off. The 03 doesn't give up, just staying a little bit more patient as he knows he's got the 81 of Mize right there at a very close 3rd. Sturley once again on the back door of the 5B of Matthew Beeman. Mize is right there as well. Matthew Beeman in the 5B, 03 of Doug Sturley, 81 of Colin Mize, your 3 that has been close to bumper action all throughout this heavy treaded main. A little bit of lap traffic, and now Beeman's looking at some lap traffic ahead of him. As long as we can get our guys to hold him on the 03 on the inside. Mize on the inside. Your new leader is the 03 of Doug Sturley. Colin Mize followed right behind to take over 2nd. Matthew Beeman now sitting in that 3rd spot. Jesse Riggins still in 4th. The 57 of Houston Smith in a real comfortable 5th as he's got plenty of room in front, plenty of room in back. 03 of Doug Sturley still racing real good up front. Colin Mize in a real close 2nd. Mize steady gets on the back bumper as they come into 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Caution, caution, caution. That's one thing that I'm sure the 03 of Sturley, the 81 of Mize, the 5B of Beeman, and the 51 of Riggins did not want to see, as they had some pretty good momentum ahead of the pack pretty decently. We did have a caution. They're getting them lined back up real quick. They're going to look over them. looking them over, getting them lined back up. The flagman's wanting to try it next time, but they need to make sure everybody's good before they decide. Get them bunched back up together. And the light is out. Flagman showing them he's looking to start them off of 3 and 4. Your 03 of Sturley, your 81 of Mize, your 5B of Matthew Beeman, your 51 of Riggins, the 57 of Houston Smith. Your top 5 here thus far. We are 19 laps in out of 30. Green is definitely in the air. We have Racing Mize trying to make an early inside pass on the 03 of Sturley. Reagan's Beeman, Mize, all of them collide as they ride into 3 and 4, messing themselves up in the end. But you know what? The 51 of Reagan's keeps his cool, stays right there where he needed to be. Your new leader is the 51 of Jesse Riggins, the 12B of Caden Dowling in that second spot. Matthew Beeman in third. Matthew Beeman looking on the inside of Dowling as they go around 3 and 4. Beeman back up into that second spot, pushing Dowling into third. Nuttall is in fourth. Tyler McCombers in fifth. Good racing action here in the heavy treaded main. 23 laps in now out of 30. Only 7 laps left for Jesse Riggins in the 51 machine. I told you folks, Riggins was real patient earlier on, watching the action take place up front. Stayed patient and stayed right there for it. He is now your leader. 5B of Matthew Beeman in that second spot, Dowling in third. 5 laps to go to the 51 of Jesse Riggins. Matthew Beeman in that second spot, just 4 more laps to go. Can he gain enough on the 51 of Riggins to take back over that spot and possibly win the heavy treaded? Only time will tell with 3 more laps this time. 51 of Jesse Riggins still showing the way. It's going to be 2 laps to go when they get back to the flag stand. 2 laps to go to the 51 of Jesse Riggins. 5B, Matthew Beeman, real tight on the back bumper, looking on the inside as they ride down the back straightaway. Doesn't have enough. He looks on the inside out of turn 4. Your leader once again is the 5B of Matthew Beeman. Riggins tries to make another move on the inside. Didn't have enough for it. The checkered flags are in the air, folks. 5B of Matthew Beeman is your winner. Beeman came out here tonight. He qualified on the pole for the heavy treaded. He had a goal, and that goal was exactly what just happened. He took the checkered flag after a good shuffle between the first 5. Beeman was able to hold on and keep that second position, and with 1 lap to go to take the win here in the heavy treaded. Congratulations to Beeman and his team for a phenomenal win here tonight. Once again, folks, we would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight for the 2025 Holiday Classic. It has been an absolute pleasure to be here in Cochran, Georgia. We look forward to more shows here, but we appreciate everybody's cooperation. We had a little bit of a late start due to some track preparations and then some sign-in things and such as, but we were able to get qualifying in and complete everything by 9:30 tonight. The last checkered flag flew about 2 minutes ago, so pretty much say 9:30, but we appreciate everyone's cooperation, everybody's help getting this show in. Once again, Christmas in Dixie will be here in Cochran, Georgia, December 27th and 28th. If you guys are unaware of that, Mackie, Heidi, Zach Holcomb, Carol, they all have details, information. It is on Facebook. You can find it through anybody, guys. So once again, if that's something you're interested in, please make sure you check that out. Get some reserved parking. Transponders need to be turned in, folks. Transponders need to be turned in to the Maxxis trailer. Where you registered at today is where those transponders need to be turned back into, folks. Remember, we got those driver's license. We need those transponders. Once again, thank everybody for coming out. We really enjoyed being here at Cochran.